Well, here we are, supposedly in Fernbus Simulator, with the new DLC which we've just got today. This is the very first time looking at it. I've not even had a preview of it and tested it out, so this is going to be a dummy run. And straight away, I'm wondering what the hell's going on. This is the Fußball Mannschaftsbus DLC add-on for Fernbus. Now, of course, Fernbus is a German game, and they've added this DLC, which basically means that you're a bus driver, but you're the bus driver for a German Bundesliga football team. You have to choose your team, and then you have to organise trips backward and forward from hotels, etc., wash the bus and do, well, basically, I don't know what you have to do. I'm just going to look at it for the first time. However, the game started and I was floating up in the sky. I don't know whether this is the way the game's meant to start. And it tells me at the bottom left hand corner I have to enter the club office. Now, I've dropped out the sky, I've landed in the middle of what seems to be nowhere, and I haven't the foggiest idea where the hell I'm going. So I'm going to, I noticed there was a road down here, so I'm going to go down to this road. This could end up in an absolute disaster, this, if it hasn't already. So as I say, I would no little sneaky peeks at this. I've seen one or two videos on YouTube. I haven't went into a lot of detail, but I'm going to blood myself in this right now. Now, here is a road. Now, where the hell this road's going to go, I have not got a clue. And the other thing is, let me get rid of that. I'm looking to see the GPS in the bottom right hand corner, which I couldn't see from my mugshot, but he looks as if he's got on leather trousers, by the way. We just seem to be running along a road, and hopefully running towards a town. Now, what I'm not sure about is whether this is a bug that I've just started in mid-air, or whether I'm actually going according to the way the game should have started. You float in the sky, and then you sort of drop down and have to run to find the club office. In fact, see, when I think about it, I started the game, I don't even think I've chosen a team yet. Hang on a minute. Click on the top bar in the settings menu. Here you can, what does it say here? In your smartphone you have access to all the apps that are also accessible in the club office. Click on the top. Right, well, let us see what the hell happens here. Calendar. Budget overview. Social network. Bus. What does that mean? Bus technique? Bus status. This is weird. Let's just bail out of this for a sec, and we'll restart. Back in a sec. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to do a new game, because what I did was I had put my name in, but I hadn't chosen any team. And I then decided to quit and thought, right, I'm going to stream this for a laugh and see how I managed to cock things up. Right, that's all capitals, won't bother with that. 9. Right, so put your name in, choose male or female. You can't change your driver's outfit, at least if you can. I don't see where you do it in here, but we'll just stay with what we've got. And then you look at the list of teams. Now, naturally, Bayern Munich, who are like the #1 team in Germany and have been for a number of years, they're going to have the most money, and it goes in euros according to that. But you've got other teams there that you can pick out, that you're going to do, you're going to work for. So I'm looking up and down. Well, the obvious one you would choose is Bayern Munich, but I don't want to choose them. I'm going to choose I presume that's Eintracht Frankfurt. I presume that's what that is, but it's in German. I'm going to choose them. And then we'll go to the start. And then we've got... Now, I don't have all the DLC buses. Because I believe the DLC buses, you can bring them into the game as well. But you've got the actual team bus itself, plus the 2 base buses that come with the game, if you haven't got any other DLC. So we've got that, and well, we'll choose that. Presumably that's the team colours. I'm not aware that it is Frankfurt's team colours. I presume it is. But you've got the choice then of the 2 type of buses, or the 2 paint jobs. I don't know what one's better. What does that mean? Miscellaneous. That's the normal stuff, and any mod stuff that you've downloaded. Well, I've got mod repaints down there, so we'll go to the club one and we'll choose that one. That'll do for starters. Right, well, I've got this set in arcade mode because I don't want to be running about trying to open doors. Plus, the other reason is I don't have enough buttons configured on my wheel to do it, and I certainly ain't climbing over to get to my keyboard to do it. So I'm going to leave it in arcade mode. That's the setting that I have the game in. Right, so we go there. Right, so there's my name, my character, your club, and my budget is €7,750. Your vehicle is the MAN team bus, and your repaint is the Frankfurt one, and the control mode. Right, so we've got all of that, and yeah, we've confirmed that, and we'll confirm that lot now. It's got a season schedule here now for season. Well, presumably 2018-2019, and there is my team there. Now that to me looks like we're going away to Werder Bremen, and that's going to be the next match we're going to have to prepare for now. What does that say? Start game. Right, well, we'll start game. So at the moment I'm just sitting at my keyboard with my mouse for 2 reasons. First of all, it's more convenient, and secondly, I can read the screen, because when I'm driving the bus I'm sat back with my wheel in front of the keyboard and I can't see what the hell I'm doing. So it's just going to load up. It's taking some time. Right, so now we won't be floating in the sky. So there's the team. Sorry, there's the bus. Right, now it says here, in the world you can find various location markers that you can interact with. Walk to the position marker and use interact. For orientation, you can navigate yourself with the help of this target marker, or target mark. This marker is only visible when you are outside your vehicle. You can also deactivate this marker in your smartphone. So enter your club office. In the lower left corner you will see your next task. Well, that's what appears in the bottom left hand corner of the screen. So it says enter the club office. So let's zoom out a wee bit, have a little wander around here. There's our bus there. There's 2 or 3 other buses parked up. So no doubt this is the Eintracht Frankfurt's home stadium. I don't know whether it's real or looks like the real stadium. I'm assuming it is, because I've never seen it. And just looking at the sky. Just check to see the clouds are moving, and see if I've got dynamic weather on in the game. I presume it's dynamic weather in this version of the game as well. Right, so we don't want to get run over. So this is where presumably we're going. So it says go into the club office with the left mouse button or gamepad. face button. Well, that's the steering wheel it's talking about, but I'll use the mouse. Right, so received emails can be read here. You can also send an email for hotel reservation, workshop appointments, and etc. So you've got to maintain the bus as well. Should the mail icon flash, it indicates that you've received a new mail. The calendar will display your next appointments. Should the icon flash, it indicates that you've received a new appointment. And finally it says, click on the buttons to check the condition of your bus and your food and beverages inventory. The more the colour value of this ring of the rings turns to red, the more critical the condition. Right, got that part. So we've got to get food and beverages on the bus for the players. Budget, the financial overview is displayed here. You can see the current position of your club here. Your club is marked with a blue bar. By clicking on the button above, you can see some additional details. The social network displays your team's posts. These can be about the last match, as well as positive or negative feedback about your driving skills, your service or punctuality, and the like. Right, well, I'm bound to get some good feedback there. Continue. Today, Monday, 27th of August 2018, 9:01 AM. Next match day, Saturday, 1:09 PM. So 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got what, 5 hours? Email. Let's have a read there. In the section inbox, you can receive mails. Every season start, you will receive an email from the online provider where you can choose a rate for entire season. I don't know what the hell that means. Choose a rate, select a rate and confirm it. A rate for what? In the section, blah 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 blah, select the respective email template. What's this here? In the section new email, you can send emails to book hotel rooms or request workshop appointments. Right, got that part. Select the respective email template. Click submit to submit. Important, you will receive a confirmation or a negative reply after a few days. Right, so for the away game on Saturday in Bremen, we will take the train. Please pick us up from the train station on time. You can reserve a hotel room for the day before to be punctual at the station. Make sure to book on time. The hotels are almost all busy at the time. Right, let me get my head round this. That means that the players are going by train to Bremen and I have to go and pick them up at the station. And for me to be there in time, I can reserve a hotel room for the day before, so that would be the Friday. Right, what the hell does that one say? We welcome you to our club, look forward to good cooperation for the coming season. Here is Indigo Business, high speed surfing with up to 100 megabytes, starting from $49.95 monthly. Choose your Indigo Business rate. What's internet flat rate? I'm going to choose that because I haven't a clue what I'm ordering here, but I'm chose that anyway. Right, click on the button to skip the next appointment. Should you have several appointments on the same day, you can switch them by clicking on the corresponding icon. Right, so the calendar shows you all your current appointments. Red boxes represent game days. Orange boxes represent confirmed hotel reservations. Green boxes represent confirmed workshop appointments or any other self-created appointments. To create your own appointment, click on the appropriate day. This is not possible on match days. Also on Sundays, you cannot create any appointment for shopping in a supermarket. Right, so the Germans have Sunday off then? I never knew that. Right, so that will be today's date, I assume, and Saturday is the match day. So we want to come out of that. Right, no messages in the social network. I don't know whether that's a good translation bus technique. It says bus status, and then you've got that one there, bus technique, and it shows you like a spanner. It shows you tools, so that would be like the bus condition. But what's the difference between the bus condition and the bus status? I don't know. Right. Email. New mail. Right, who to? Right, hotel reservation. Bis Hotel Bremen reservation, bishotel.com. Dear sir or ma'am, I hereby request a room reservation in your house in your house? That's a weird translation as well. It's a bloody hotel, but it's now a house we're going to on the 31st of August 2018. Sincerely yours, 9ball.com. Right, let's send that. I haven't a clue what's going on here. Right, so we have to be there and ready for the Saturday. And today is Monday, that's fine. So we'll continue. Right, so it's now jumped to Friday. I thought we'd have had to drive to this hotel, apparently not, by the look of it. So today's Friday, the match is tomorrow. Next task, hotel reservation. Right, let's go into the email. We hereby confirm your reservation for the 31st. Best regards, hotel reception, Bis Hotel Bremen. Right, so I've got that one. Now the calendar's flashing, and it says hotel reservation. Here you can create appointments for refueling, car wash, toilet discharge and shopping. By clicking on an icon, it will be activated and turn green. To deselect this appointment, click on the icon once again. It is also possible to select several appointments. Right, so we'll go with that. Add new target date. Right. Now, this is where I'm a bit puzzled. Is our bus already fully loaded? Is our bus already got fuel on it? If the status and the condition of the bus is telling you it's green, then my assumption is that everything's okay and we don't need anything. But how do I find that out? See, that's the first bit that's got me confused. If you look at that, and we look there, body damage and everything, that's fine. In the right window you can see the technical condition of the vehicle's parts. Should one of these parts fail, a service vehicle will be called, which can be very expensive. Workshop appointments for component repair or inspection should be requested early to get appointments on time to have damages repaired. Right, got that. So body damage and failure detail, everything's at 100%, so that's fine. Now we'll go for bus status now. Now that clarifies it, because looking at the left hand side, left panel displays the vehicle's body pollution, fuel tank level and toilet status. So fuel we've got 100%, we don't need that. I presume that is, the toilets are at 0%, and whatever that one is at 0%. So refueling time, empty the toilet and wash your vehicle regularly. In the right window you will see the current stock purchased snacks and drinks inside the vehicle. Insufficient snacks and drinks cause warnings and criticism. Snacks and drinks can be bought at supermarkets or petrol stations. The latter, however, are more expensive. So if you go to a petrol station, as in real life, you're going to get ripped off for a small fortune. And that's all your drinks and consumables there, like packets of crisps or whatever, or biscuits or something. Right, got that part. So what's that telling us what it is? What the hell does that say? Something salami, mini salamis, nuts. Just as well I'm sitting right in front of the screen, because even right in front of the screen I can hardly read that. Candy bar, that should be water, lemonade, Coke and beer. Oh well, I don't think we want too many beers in the bus, especially going to the game. Right, so what we need to get is foods. Everything else is fine. So we come out of that. Now this is a bit, I'm thinking, we're already in the town a day before the game, so we need food, and we need a new target. Right, so that one is, right, so we've done that. That's the one for shopping that we've got in our schedule. Now, when do we go shopping? That's what I want to know. So now there's nothing prompting me to do anything else. Let's come back and let's wander over to the bus then. Now I turned the ambient sounds down. I hope that the sounds aren't too loud. So there's the bus. Now I watched a guy trying to drive out of this place. I think it was a slightly different car park, but he ended up all over the place. And presumably it's a reverse out, looking at this layout. Right, so I'm hoping that when we go in the bus that, now, is it the other side? Yeah, that we get an idea of what's happening. So we're in the bus, we're in the seat, and now I've got the GPS showing me on the bottom right hand screen a route presumably to get to a supermarket. That's my assumption. Hopefully it's not going to take me to just to the stadium. Right, so I'm just getting the wheel set up. I need a 6-foot monitor to be able to read all of that text. Drive over the flowers. Right, you're going to have to bear with me till I get... right, I've managed to get the zoom on the GPS remembered. Right, now I think we need to go to the external camera so I can see where the hell I'm reversing to. Right, so now I am going into the cabin and we're going left. Now I'm looking at the clock, it's at 8 o'clock in the morning. See, the other thing they've done with this update, I'm not talking about this football update, the DLC, I'm talking about updates that they've done for the game. They've made the GPS bloody smaller, and I can't read the time of day on it when I'm sitting back behind my wheel. It's an absolute joke. Right, so we're now going. And the other thing I forgot to do is to reconfigure my buttons for looking left and right. Right. I don't think that's working. Yeah, I've reconfigured it to the wheel, the little cog on the steering wheel, and it flicks about all over the place. That's a mess. That's what I need to change. The reason I've done that is because my right flappy paddle on my steering wheel isn't working properly. I'm going to have to go to external camera. Right, that's better. And I have to use the mouse as well, just to make sure there's nothing coming. I really should have done this before I started the trip. Now, like I say, this DLC, I just installed it a couple of hours ago. I've also installed the Austria-Switzerland DLC as well, and I was having a go on that. I've got a route set up on that, but this is my very first look at this. I've not pre-tested it, I've done nothing, we're just flying by the seat of our pants. I have not got a clue what's happening. But I'm making the assumption that we're heading to a supermarket. I don't know whether we're going to end up there or not. That is anybody's guess. Now, the other thing is I've turned, as I said earlier, I've turned the ambient sounds down. The sound inside this bus is god awful. It really is bad. And I don't know how that comes across in the stream, but it does not impress me. It never has done. Now I need to remember what one's my zoom. I've got a zoom button set. It's been that long since I've played this, I can't remember how my buttons are configured. Right. Alright, he's deciding to move now, are you? Now, are you going to stop there or are you going to let me go? Now the other thing is, how do I know how many bottles of cola to get? How many players are going to be on this damn bus? How do I find that out? I mean, I could just be willy-nilly buying loads of stuff and not having a clue how much I should be spending and how many in quantity I should be getting. And that proves even more that I haven't a clue what's going to happen. I don't know whether this is going to be a Tesco's, a German Lidl, probably a Lidl. This is probably one of the poorer teams in the Bundesliga, so it's probably a Lidl or an Aldi we're going to. Now where the hell am I going? Straight through. Well, that's one thing about putting your webcam in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. It covers up your GPS and you can't see jack. Right, let's go. But I think at some point I'm going to have to reconfigure those look left and look right buttons to back to what they were and just make do with the sort of dodgy flappy paddle on the right one. Right. So straight on, we're okay to go. Now the other thing I was reading in the update says that, alright, it says in the bottom left, enter the supermarket. It said in the update so that the AI now behave according to your indicator. So if you're indicating to pull out left, the AI will slow down and let you pass. Well, they said that before and it was still bloody useless. So I haven't seen any evidence of that yet. Be interested to see if it happens in this. Right. And that's the other thing I'm going to... I'll bust out laughing if it's an Aldi's or a Lidl's. I wonder if they would be allowed to use branded names. I don't think they will do. They won't probably have paid either of those companies to allow them to use their brand name in-game, but we'll find that out in a minute or two, wherever this supermarket is. It's probably just a bog standard model that they've got in the game. And I'm taking it baby steps. I'm trying not to damage the bus before we've got any bloody people in it. Right. Round we go. And I hope the GPS works for getting me back to where the team are, because I'm totally flummoxed as to where they are. when you're in this arcade mode, it seems to take an absolute age before the headlights come on. I can't remember what button my headlight button is, but I know that when I press it, it doesn't work. They automatically come on, and it can be virtual darkness before the headlights come on in this game. Right, now here we are. Is this the supermarket? It looks very like it, but I wonder if they've sorted these speed humps, because it used to be you just tap the speed hump and you get fined for bloody rattling a speed hump. Oh no, that's a bad idea, moving that to there. Oh, wait a minute. Is this going to open up? Well, that's not a supermarket, that's a bloody garage. Right, well, it's telling us to get here. Surely this isn't a supermarket. This is where you wash the bus. It's telling us to get to the supermarket. Enter the supermarket. Well, this definitely is. It definitely does look like a Lidl's. It's a bloody shed. Right. Am I supposed to walk to the supermarket or drive the bus to the supermarket? Right. Well, let's look at the map. There's where we are. Right? That's where we've driven from and to. So where the hell's the supermarket? And the other thing is where's the legend to tell you what one is the supermarket? Because I can't see. So we're here. This is where... Ah, there's a supermarket there. At the top of the... Aye, there. Wait a minute. Hold on. Ah, got you now. That shows you... You can believe me now that I have not played this damn game. And because I'm sat back in my chair behind my wheel, I cannot see anything. Right, so that's a supermarket then. It's only round the corner. Why did it not take me to the supermarket then? Why did it take me to this damn bit for the bus? Now I'm puzzled. Do I walk out the bus and walk round to the supermarket and do the shopping? Or do I take the bus there and park it? Presumably, I get out the bus. I don't know. You tell me. Right, I'm going to get out the bus and see what happens. Right, what does it say there now? You can enter or leave the... Right, apologies there, I just killed the stream. I hit the wrong button to walk out the bus. Right, so we're out the bus. I'm going to walk round to the supermarket then, sod this. I'm going to walk round and see if it lets me in. I bet you I can't get out of here because I'm in a bus. Oh no, right. I thought I couldn't get out because I was on foot. Right. How the hell am I going to get all of this stuff back to the bus then? Is it one big huge shopping trolley? Oh, this is a laugh. Ah, right. Wait a minute. What's that there? What's that there? Is that where I'm meant to park? Let's have a look. Let's have a wee jump while we're at it as well. But you can see where the confusion starts. What's that green dot there? That's my bus then, right? So that's my bus. Let's run round here. I think you might have to go through the garage in front of the bus. What? Drive out of there and then go round to the... I've driven in it, but I don't think you can drive through it, can you? Have you seen this part of the game before? Right, I'm going to go around here then, because this is where the bus is. Or the bus is in that shed, or the outside of the other side of the shed. Right, now wait a minute. Why is it showing... Why is it showing the supermarket there? Why is there a trolley away up here? Is these all different shops? Ah, I've got you now. But why did it not show one there? Right. Right, so Alright, I'm going in. Right, I'm going to have to move the seat out the way. Move my steering wheel so I can see what the hell this is all saying. This is embarrassing, this. Right. Right, what does it say here? On the left side you can see the items you can buy from the store. On the right side, your current stocks inside the vehicle. Well, I don't think we'll get anything in the vehicle if I'm right in thinking. This is the only reason we're out shopping. Click on the icon on the left hand side to select any items you want to buy. Click on the icons on the right side if you want to remove item, blah 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 blah. Right. Here you can increase or decrease the number of items that can be picked up simultaneously by clicking the plus or minus icons. Right. Right, so well, this is where I'm lost. We've got a budget of €7,750. Our capacity is 200 items. Do we want to have full capacity? Well, that's set at 5 times whatever we pick. So we'll pick the water. 10, 15, 20, 25 bottles of water. We'll go for 30. But I mean, again, it's puzzling because right, I wish I'd made your text a different colour. That way I could read it, because it's on a coloured background and I can't read it. But it doesn't. I don't see anything that tells me how many we should be picking. Well, that's the tutorials, right? Right, hold on a minute. What does it say? No, that's just telling us what we already know, what we already read. Right, we don't need to be bothering with that. We've got, what, 30 bottles of water. We've got lemonade. Do we want 30 of them? So that's 20. So that's 60 of our 200 items that we can carry. I'll go for 20 bottles of Coke. How much beer do we want? Because beer's racking the price up a bit. See, I'm a bit stingy. I don't want to be spending that much. Crisps. I mean, that's not exactly the best diet for a Bundesliga footballer, is it? Candy bars and crap like that. Right. So, well, presumably the beers are if they win the game. We'll have 30 of them. That's at least one beer for everybody in the bus, including the driver, if he wants to get pissed. Right. 15. We're going to be stingy with that sort of stuff. 10, 15. How much is that? We spent 203 quid. I bet they're going to be complaining that there's not enough to eat in the bus. 15. Right, we maybe need to go 20, 20, 20. I mean, how long is this bus trip going to be that they're all going to need feeding on the bus? That's what I want to know. Right, so we'll get on 20. Right, that's the limit I'm spending. €237. Sod that. They can and that's 190 out of 200. So as far as I'm concerned, we've got enough. Right, are you sure? Are you sure to buy selected items? Yes, I am sure. And sod them if they don't like it. Right, so what do I do now? Go back to the bus? And can I go this way as a shortcut, more to the point? Right, we don't want to be buying grub from fuel stations because we've read that that's expensive. And I've walked all the way around that way when I could have came this way. I went entirely full circle. Ah, wait a minute. There's the plate. Now I've discovered where you park the bloody bus for the supermarket. Well, this map isn't very helpful. I mean, it had me parking the bus in the bloody garage. There I'm parked there. No wonder you get lost. This is where I should have parked for the bloody shopping. Right. Now, how do I know that the shopping's on the bus? Will I only be able to know that when I get the bus parked at that position? And you can appreciate why I'm flying by the seat of my pants here. Because anybody playing this game, this DLC for the first time, surely there's got to be people as confused as I am at that point. So, right, we now know where the bus has to go to get parked. Right. Now, what time of day is it? Because I've noticed as well that in the GPS the time of day's now disappeared. Right, do those barriers go up? Yes, they do. Right, and the other thing that you can't do on this GPS is you cannot put your own markers in the GPS. At least you haven't been able to do so up to now, so, and I don't see any other option that allows you to do it. Right, so it's along there. So it's out of the garage, turn right, and then right again. And then up that side street. That's where we want to be going. Where the hell's that noise coming from? Now the other problem I've got is we need to turn the bus, and I'm hopeless at turning this bus. You can't go through the garage there, you can only take it in to get it fixed. Right, so it's out, right, right, and then right again. So I'm going to have to be in third person to try and get out of this place in one piece. Right. Back to the wheel. I'm just moving my wheel back into position. Right. And into... Now how come am I in the seat? That's why it's not doing anything. What a numpty. Right, get in the seat instead of just standing there. Right, so we have now got to try and get out of here without wrecking the bus and get into that supermarket car park. Now, can I just reverse out into the street? Will the gates open because I'm reversing up towards them? Yes, they will. That's a good sign. Need a bit more room though. Have I damaged the bus? Well, now the GPS is telling us where to go. It wasn't telling us where to go the first time we came here, it was telling us to go into that bloody garage. But we've got fuel, the bus is full. Right, anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's not... I can't go to the hotel to have been to the supermarket. I have to follow the GPS. Surely after I've went to this supermarket, my next stop is a hotel. It was first right and first right again. buttons. That's annoying. Right. What does that say there? It says at the bottom. Yeah, it does say now. Right, well, I'm going to follow this GPS. Let's have a look at the map. Hang on a minute. Right. Ah, shit. Look where we are now. I've got bloody miles to go. So, see, that's it. That's the thing. The fact that I've been to the supermarket and I've bought the goods, I thought you would have to just park the bus there. That's just showing you a parking area where you should have been. It's now jumped to the fact that I have to go back to this hotel in Bremen, right? So that clarifies that up. That's as clear as mud. Right, let's go. Now. Right, we're ready to go now. How far have we got to go? A good few kilometres. We need to get a move on. Well, this is still Friday though, I'm assuming. Right, drive to the hotel in Bremen. We've got supposedly the grub on board and the refreshments. Red light. Now, is it saying 500 odd in that GPS? Because I can hardly. If it is, that's a while. That's going to be. I'm going to have to take a rest stop. That's a lot of kilometres. So this is like going to end up like the night before the game. I'm arriving in this hotel, and there's the rain coming on. Now I need to remember what one's my wipers. I think it's 4. No, it's not. Oh shit, I've forgotten what one's my wipers. It's not that one either. I'm going to crash. Right, hang on till I remember what ones are my wipers. I'm sure it was a number. That's the indicator. Right. I give up. I'm going to have to look at the menu. Hang on. Now, where the hell's the... Ah, you can't get into the... Normally I would hit escape and get into the game menu and go to the setup. Now I can't work out how you get there either. I'm going to have to fiddle with these buttons to find the wipers. I thought it was a number. Or was it F4? Let's go to... Aye, it is. Right, I got it now. And that's the speed. Right, I've got it now. I've got it worked out. We can relax. The only thing I've got a problem with is looking right to see if any traffic's coming. I'm going to have to configure those buttons as well when I've stopped this game and get that sorted out. Right, anyway. See if the AI behaves itself. It used to be they just drive straight into you in the inside lane. Oh, the rain effects on the road look quite nice now. Now, why is he slowing down? Right, so the instructions at the beginning were that the team were going by train to Bremen and I had to get the bus ready, and I've done that as far as I'm aware, and now we're going to meet up with them at the team hotel. Yeah, I think that's how the wipers are default configured now. That's the range stop, so I need to stop them squeaking. I think that's it now. I think I've stopped them. F3 to stop them, F4 to adjust the speed. And up until now, nothing's telling me I've done something wrong in this game. Yeah, F3 to stop them, yeah, I've got that. So I'm assuming that the bus is fully loaded with whatever I've bought. We've got the time to get back to the hotel, and what time is it in the bottom of that clock there? Is that 9:22 AM? Well, that's Friday morning. So that means I've got plenty of time, even though it's 500 odd kilometres! Oh shit. Oh shit. I've damaged the bus. Oh Jesus. Oh well, that's the bus going for repair before we even get to the bloody hotel. Oh jeez. Right, now how do I find that out? Right. Right, Friday. Now, what's that big red thing in the middle telling me? That's probably telling me the bus is falling to bits after 5 minutes on the road. Oh dear, calendar, email. Hotel reservation, right. Drive to the hotel in Bremen, right. Ah, right, that's what I was looking for. Let's see this. Controls and man's line coach. I need to go down to look left and look right and get that reconfigured back to what it was. It's still usable, but the right hand flappy paddle on my steering wheel is not functioning properly. Where the hell's the look left and look right? There it is. Right, so I need to bring that up. No, I don't want to do that. That'll wreck the whole thing. I need to do that. So the look left, and then we can delete that one, and then we can configure that one. Press any key. That's not what we want to do. We want to configure it. That's not right. Right, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Look left. No, cancel that. We want to go in there. Ah, right, add key, that's what I do, and then do that. Right, so I've done that one. And then the look right one. We need to delete that one. And we'll delete that one as well, and then add key, and this is us back to this dodgy right paddle. So anyway, that's that done. We'll hit accept, and then we will carry on. Well, I'm going to be well out of budget before 2 matches have been played, and most of that is going to be spent getting the bus fixed. You notice how that car entirely disappeared? I think I knocked it off of the face of the earth when I hit it. Right, let's try a look to the right. You see it's still flickering. The look to the left should be okay. See, that's fine. It's the look to the right that's dodgy because of this this paddle not working properly. It's just worn out through time. Now that's an area I can take a rest, but we don't need a rest. I presume the game will tell you when you need to take a rest stop like it normally does. Just you fly out. Yeah. There was a bug there, a little flicker of the landscape. Almost 99p. Looks about 99 pence. What does? I'm going to have to make that chat larger. What we're talking about, the actual game or the DLC? I don't know what price the game is. I've had the game since it first came out. I mean, I've had the game when it was a lot crapper than this. And I mean crap. They've improved it a fair bit. And I think I noticed that that flicker that I kept talking about in previous videos I've done with this Fernbus, that flicker seems to have gone. Whenever the dynamic weather was switched on, you got this flicker when the weather was changing. It was annoying. They seem to have maybe ironed that out. Right, I think... Right, we need to keep in the middle lane here, I think. But over this lane, that's where we need to go. That's the other confusing thing about the way these autobahns are laid out. Right, we need to slow down, coming to the edge of the map. We're going to have to do a right turning under the bridge that we're just going over. In fact, in previous versions of the game, when you were turning corners like this, they were telling you it was bad driving. And the other thing, the speed humps in towns, you approach a speed hump of like 5 miles an hour, and it was still telling you that the wheels of the bus weren't on the ground and you were getting fined for driving carelessly. It was bloody stupid. Checking the mirrors, nothing coming. We're out into the traffic. That car in front's just changed lane for whatever reason. I'm getting into the inside. Now, how many kilometres have we still to go? 400 odd. That is a long, long way. It's 10:02 in the morning, but we've still got ages to get to this hotel. Now that's provided we don't come across a reroute or something. 430 kilometres, jeez. You see they're bringing out coach, what is it again? I'm looking forward to that one, that holiday coach simulator, which is set in the, I can't remember the name of the island, but it's going to come out next month. Need to slam the anchors on there. Right, we need to get out of this queue, this is scaring me. Yeah, you've got this coach, what's it called? Holiday Coach Simulator? I can't remember. Well, what you should do is you do what I've done, buy one of them. I invested in one of these, I can't remember the name of the brand, but it's called a wheel stand. You know, it's solid metal, and once you've fitted the wheel to it, all I need to do, I can leave my wheel plugged in. I can leave my wheel plugged into the computer, but when I'm finished with the wheel, all I need to do is just lift the whole shooting match away from the front of the PC. That's why I could do that during this game. I can lift the whole wheel away out of the way, get right into the keyboard, read the screen, and then when I'm ready to go again, I can move it across. Well, you must actually have your PC set up in a 4 foot by 2 foot cupboard then. Well, I don't get much time for games anyway. I mean, I've had today's my last day off. I had my day off yesterday, and I've got my day off today, and then it's back to work tomorrow at 4 AM, and then I'm all through the weekend, and right up until next Tuesday again, when it's then I'm off the Wednesday, Thursday. So it's just a hard grind, and I mean, when I get home for work, I am knackered. I will sit and have a cup of tea and something to eat when I get home, and I will fall asleep, and then, you know, I've just not got any notion to spend any amount of time in games. Look at what I'm talking about. Look how dark it is. Right? Now, I can press that headlight button to put the headlights on, and they won't come on in this arcade mode. At least they didn't in the past. They would only come on automatically. Yeah, it's not like the old days where you had nothing else to do other than waste the rest of your day playing games, but now I'm afraid age is catching up with us. We have to get our sleep. I mean, the last couple of nights I've been in bed at 8:30. Now, 8:30 is 2 hours earlier normal than when I go to bed. I'm normally going to bed at 10:30, but I'm up at 4 in the morning, and I'm finding that for most of the day I'm sort of semi-awake. Well, it says you need less sleep, but I'll tell you, I'm just simply not been getting enough sleep for the past 4 or 5 years, and I've had to, as much as I don't want to, I've been getting to bed about 8:30 to try and get those extra hours that my body needs. My body certainly needs those extra hours, because I've been going to bed at night and barely sleeping for 4 hours. Right, well, we're on a hill, a rather big hill here. Let's get into the inside lane. Right, what the hell's up with this guy? I mean, what kind of engine have you got in that car? I mean, to be going up a hill at 5 miles an hour holding a bloody bus up. Get out of the way. Well, you see, at 10:30, I'd be going to my bed at 10:30. My head's still buzzing, and then by 11 o'clock, let's say I'm asleep, and then I'm up at 4, so that's barely 5 hours sleep, and that's just not enough. My body's been telling me it is not enough, because my concentration isn't there at my work if I don't get those hours sleep, and that's why I've been going to bed earlier and earlier the last few weeks, and it's helped. I can certainly say that. I feel much better during the day for it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick look at this menu again at the controls to remind myself what the hell the controls are for this for the lights in this bus, because I'm positive they will not come on. I've got the lights set, but I just can't remember what one it is. Right, what does that say there? L3. So that's the button on my wheel. So that's the toggle high beam. Now where the hell's the lights? I don't know whether there is a light button. I think you're only toggling the high beam when the lights come on. Switch light up, switch light down, R3. R3. Toggle traction control, blah 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 blah. Right, that's for Windows. Lift up, lift down. See, I don't have any of them configured because that, to me, how the hell are you going to configure all of those buttons on a wheel? Yeah, notice that. Look left, look right, camera cockpit. Right, so let's go back up. Switch light up. I'm trying to remember what my R3 button is. Right, air conditioner, blah, blah, blah. And then the high beam, toggle high beam is L3. Right, let's come out of that, back, and come out of that. I think it's, yeah, it's the buttons that are where my thumbs are on the steering wheel. And none of them are working. The high beam isn't working. Nothing's working because, as I say, the lights only come on automatically, and certainly in arcade mode to do. So you end up driving in virtual darkness before the lights decide to come on. And look at this bloody idiot. Overtakes you and then just starts to crawl in front of you. Yeah, the high beam only works when the lights come on, but as I say, there is no button in the configuration that actually, in arcade mode certainly, that allows you to put the lights on or off. Yep, nothing's happening. Not yet, but I can certainly, once the lights come on, I know I can change the high beam. I've done that in the past, and this wheel hasn't been configured any differently from what it was previously. Right, now I think we're in the wrong lane here. I think we need to jump 2 lanes. Oh shit, look at this idiot. There he is. And that's him wrecked. So much for signalling and the AI behaving himself, but that guy coming up on the outside there did not behave himself. He just kept driving 100 miles an hour into my rear end, wrecking the bus. So that can confirm that the AI don't slow down when they see you signaling. At least he didn't. You have lights up set to R3 and lights down. Yeah, but they would still come on, wouldn't they? And nothing's happening. And I can't remember what my R3 button is. It's either one of the ones on the top of the steering wheel. This is a Logitech Driving Force GT, or it's those 2 buttons just above the horn. See, when it gets dark enough we'll find that out, but it might not get that dark enough because it's only 11 o'clock in the day, isn't it? And it's only when we begin to sort of deep shadow that it looks like night time. The other thing about this well, that's the other problem is I don't think I've got any other buttons I can configure on the steering wheel. Everything I think is configured. It's been that long ago since I've done it. Yeah, this DLC, this Bundesliga, whatever it's called, obviously, assuming it's set up for the German football teams like it is, it's only ever going to work with the default map. It's not going to work with the Austria-Switzerland expansion, because your German Bundesliga teams aren't going to be playing in Austria or Switzerland unless you get called up to take. Now, this frame rate here looks as if it's dropped a bit, by the way. Looking at where we are now with these trees, the frame rate looks a bit choppy. Unless you start playing you know, European matches away from home in Austria and Switzerland. That's the only reason you would then end up driving in those 2 maps in the DLC. But other than that, they're defunct for this game. I think that, let's have a look at the map. I think I'm going to have to take a rest stop before it prompts me to do it, and I don't see one. Nope. Absolutely nothing. Right, there's a fuel station there. I think I might be able to take a rest stop there. I don't know. We'll find out if I can remember to pull into it when we get to it. What the hell's happened here? What the hell has happened here? The camera was all zoomed down. Oh, I've got to get to I've got to get to the first camera. Let's have a look at this. Look at this take it. That's the other problem with this. When you go to the map in this game, right? Like I did just there, like that. When you go to the map, right? I'm using my mouse. I'm using my mouse, but this is where the game is bugged, and this is still something they haven't fixed. I'm using my mouse, and I'm using my mouse to drag the map about. The problem with that is that when you're dragging the map about, you're actually dragging your vision. You're dragging your vision in the bloody Aye, well that doesn't matter about pressing pause first. Not if you've got a map button configured on your wheel. But what I'm saying is, the bug is that whenever you start dragging the map about, you're actually dragging your vision around the inside of the cab around. That's why when I went back to the cab, he was looking at the floor and he ends up crashing into a bloody barrier. Look at the state of that. No, you haven't got enough configuration options in your wheel to do that. That is definitely a write-off. I think we'll get some serious problems here. I'm in reverse, but how do you get off this barrier? Oh, Jesus. Oh, what a joke. Look, I'm signalling to pull out of this. Right, he's eventually decided to slow down, but only when I'm trying to block him off does he decide. The AI still not functioning very great. Anyway, so we've had 2 major collisions. I knew I would. It never goes smoothly when I drive anything. This bus has to need some. I bet you my 7,500 bloody budget is gone on the bus itself before we've even got the team out of the hotel to the stadium. Oh dear. Anyway, here's a quick question. There's somebody watching this on Twitch and there's somebody watching it on YouTube. Listen, a wheelchair sim would have the same bloody problem I'd probably end up going off a curb onto the main road and not being able to get back up and get myself run over. That's what would happen with me. John, have you tried that ISIS simulator? I see there's a game like that on Steam. It's the shortest game in history. You strap a whole pack of dynamite to your body, go and blow yourself up, and that's it. Game over. Right, so I finally got YouTube and Twitch working at the same time again. For some reason that was wrecked. No, but that is definitely available. It's probably one of these crappy little independent indie games or whatever you call them. But it's ISIS Simulator. That's hilarious. Right, so it's still telling me to get to that hotel in Bremen, right? So. What's the stream like? Is the stream looking okay? Because I've not got any monitors up. I haven't got my second monitor working. I presume it's working reasonably okay. Now you can see the other thing about this game is if you compare Euro Truck Simulator, it isn't a 1 to 19 scale. I think the map in this game is a 1 to 10 scale. So. Mileage is a little bit longer in this game than it is on Euro Truck, which is why 500 kilometres takes a fair little while to get there. And I keep reminding anybody watching this is straight out the box, this Bundesliga Mannschaftsbus, whatever the hell it's called, this DLC, straight out of the box, as you would say. Installed it earlier on, switched it on for the first time a couple of hours ago, chose my team and started trying to bloody work out how this thing works, and that is it. I haven't done any secret practicing or nothing, just totally blind. Maybe I should have actually taken a bit more driving lessons before I decided I was going to drive a bus again though. Maybe that would have been a better investment. Right, I'm going over to the left, and I think I need to keep going over the left. See, I only ever want to go over one lane, but it's actually 2 lanes you need to go over. And now I'm worried that my members of my football team are going to be pissed off because I haven't got them enough candy bars or I haven't got them enough beer. I'm now worried. Now the other thing is I need to look and see where this fuel stop is. Right, another quick look at the map. Don't move the mouse, just have a look at the map. Right, I'm going to do the pause and then I'm going to try and look at the map. See, now I've done the pause, there's an option in this menu here somewhere to look at the map, and that's it. That's what I should have done. Right, I'm zooming in. I'm moving the map about. Now, where the hell's that thing? Have I passed it already? Surely not. I don't think I have. No, it's further up here. Right, there it is. That's where we're going. Right, so we've got around that big sweeping bend and then up there, and that's where we want to see. We want to see if we can take a rest stop there. The camera's still buggered. Look, look, look. See what I mean? It's still knackered. That is why people who play this game have not fed that back to this TML bunch of people that make the game is beyond me. That is just a glaring bug that you're affecting your view inside the cab when you use the mouse to look at the map. It's just a joke. It has not been looked at all. It's one of the most obvious things that's wrong with the game, and it's been like that since day one and never been touched. Yeah, it doesn't matter how you access the map. The same problem will occur. As soon as you start zooming in on the map and dragging your mouse about, you're dragging the vision the way the camera's looking inside the cab, and then you end up doing what I did and go straight into a crash barrier at 100 kilometres an hour on your side. Well, I've got the map key. I think it's my PS button on the steering wheel. I've got it configured to it just to bring up the map. Now, if I do that and just look at the map as it is there, that's not going to affect the vision in the cab. I can just get rid of the map and it's fine. It's when I want to pay closer attention to the map with my mouse that causes the issue. It should never happen. Let's put it that way. No matter how you look at the map, it should never happen. It's got nothing to do with how you access the map. It's the fact that you're affecting another part of the game by using another function, and you're getting side effects which shouldn't be there. The side effects being that when you go back to the cab, you're looking at the floor. Right, how many kilometres have we got to go now? Because that looks like almost midday. 211. That was a good result for Liverpool the other night. I watched that whole game. I had a perfect stream for it. I knew that when they got themselves 2-0 up, they'd end up shooting themselves in the foot. I knew that would happen. And then they got and as Jurgen, is it Jurgen his name is, Jurgen Klopp, as he said after the match, he knows it's going to be tough once he has to go over there and play the sort of return leg, you know. When they go over and play PSG over in their home ground. That'll be a bloody good game as well. I'll watch it. And then of course Man City blew it out their arse in that game. What a carry on that was. Caught out cold in their feet, 1-0 up. All they had to do is boot the ball away to hell, do nothing for the last 2 or 3 minutes, and just keep the ball well out of the 18-yard box, and then they lose 2-1. Oh. And that's at home. Right now, do I risk overtaking here? Celtic game's on tonight. They're playing oh Christ, who the hell is it they're playing? I've forgotten. You know something, that has went straight out of my head, but I know I'll have a good stream for it anyway. I'll watch it. They played them earlier on in the season, in the Champions League qualifying, and beat them, I think, if I'm right in thinking. Whoever the hell they are, whose name totally escapes me. Rosenborg, that's the name. Yeah. You're joking, I'm too busy bloody talking. That's your fault. Let's have a look. Right, I'm going to wreck the camera again doing this. Have we passed the fuel stop thing? You know, I don't know what the hell happened there. Oh yeah, you're right enough. You're right enough. I'm well past it. Ah, shit. Yeah. See, I don't get embarrassed at the fact that I do stupid things in these games, because that's reality. See these Ponzi buggers that do streams, and you know, everything's all edited and all that crap. Sod that for a game of soldiers. I'd rather you saw shit and saw for what it's worth. Right, there's another one up there. I'll miss that one as well. Talking. Right now, let's get ready to slam the brakes on when we're looking at the floor. You ready? Oh no, we're alright now. Don't know what the hell happened there. Right, so we're not see, when you're driving in normal bus mode in this game, it tells you need to take a rest stop. We haven't been told anything yet. I'm assuming we need to. I don't know whether we do or we don't. but I'm fairly certain that the bus won't need any fuel, because the fuel does very well in this game. That's one thing I've noticed. They're very fuel efficient, these buses. Right, I'm going to try and look right. Watch this flicker. Ah, it's gubbed. No, arcade mode means that. I mean, when I saw, I think it was Squirrel when he was doing a preview of this game. He's got it in you know, the real mode, where you have to go out and you have to press buttons to open the bloody doors for the passengers for their luggage and all that shit. And I thought, I ain't got time and I can't be arsed doing it. I want to just start the game, get in the bus, configure the wheel and drive the bus from A to B. It's the same as if I ever driven in an F1 game. I'm not interested in complicated setups for racing games. I want a default setup and one that goes a bit faster, and one that goes a bit faster than that, and then away you go, and that's a choice you make. There's too much of this pissing about and making things so complicated for particularly these simulation games. That's why I don't do an awful lot of driving games. Euro Truck Simulator, it's an enjoyable game, if that's the kind of thing you like. Each to their own, and what you like. Right, so trying to read the GPS, the mileage or the kilometres is at the top of the GPS in the right hand corner. It says 100 and something, I cannot see what it is, 137 maybe. It's so bloody small. I mean, I'm sitting, right, so I've got my keyboard slid out on its shelf on my table. I've got my steering wheel in front of me. My steering wheel doesn't, my pedals don't go under the table, because there's a wooden panel at the bottom of my desk that stops me doing that. And plus my actual head is sitting about 5.5 feet, maybe not as much as that, from the monitor, which is like a 27-inch monitor if it is. Can't remember what size it is, but if there's ever any text in a game on screen, particularly a driving game like this, I'm buggered if I can read it. I just need a big 60-inch screen where I can sit the same distance from it, but the only advantage then is I can read everything that's on the screen. Right, now we're turning right here. Let's check the mirrors. We're doing a quick exit right. Right, and I'm going to do a quick escape. I'm going to go into this map thing here. Right, where are we turning off? We're up there. Right, so the next stop is that fuel stop there. And I think if you get out the bus now, you can take a rest stop when you're out the bus. Right, so I'm going off the slip road there, through there, and once we get through that bend and we're on the straight, that's where we want to be taking our exit. The exit's really only to see that how much fuel we've got. I can't be bothered looking at the dashboard. I don't know whether it gives you that information. I'm not leaning out my chair to find that out. Oh, right, now the camera's going to straighten up once we start driving for a wee bit. See, it automatically straightens up, which is good. Now it looks as if it's darkening down to rain. And he's decided to put the anchors on. Bloody Sebastian Vettel in front of me. Is that? I think that's trees growing out the road there. Right. Let's see if I can. Right, that button that I've just pressed that shows up in the GPS in the bottom right, the one that's flashing, that is my speed limiter. I remember that one. See, it's been that long since I configured the buttons in this wheel, I just can't remember what's what. Because I very rarely play this game. Right, over to the right. Oh shit. Right, so we're coming round this sort of squiggly bend bit. I need to get into the inside lane. No headlights. It looks like night time, but it's only, what, midday or something, or 10 to 1 in the afternoon. I would think it's going to piss down any minute. So we'll go in, we'll go to the fuel stop, we'll see that we need very little if any fuel, but we might as well top it up while we're in there and ruin the budget even more. I wonder what would happen. I wonder if I get the sack if we go to get the bus repaired and the repairs are far too much and we don't have enough in the budget. I wonder if they sack me. Right, now that's the sign there for the fuel on the right hand side. Right, got that. Right. Now I can't remember what my zoom button is again. I had a zoom. I configured a zoom button on this. Does pressing the cockpit camera key reset the view? No, I don't use any of the buttons on my keyboard for cameras. The only one I tell a lie. The only one I do use is the external view, the third person one, which is number 1. Number 1 and number 2 is your cockpit view. Number 1 there you go. Right, let's go in here. But I don't use any other buttons, even though they may well be defaulted in the keyboard. I never use the keyboard if I can help it. Right, so we'll go in, we'll park the bus up here, and we'll see how much fuel it needs. Right, now, oh, that's showing that we need a fair bit. I tell you, when you're doing the bus driving one, it's a lot less. You use up a lot less fuel than what that's showing there. So we need fuel. So that's going to blow the budget even more. Now, where do I press the button to get fuel? What does that say? Click on the refueling icon to refuel your vehicle. Right, so that's what we want. Nice close-up picture of the fuel pumps. And look at that budget going down the Swanee there. I mean, there's $1,500 of money has gone, and I've not even got the team to the bloody stadium yet. We started off with 7,500 or 7,700 euros. Now we're down to 6,100. Right, hang on a minute to stop the bus, and now I'm going to go out and see if I can take a rest stop. Hang on. Oh, there's a shop. Right. Out of the bus, and if I hit escape, well, that's not bringing up the option to rest, is it? Now again, I cannot see what the hell that says on there. What does that say? Oh, right, hang on, that's telling us the current budget, summary, expenses, penalties. Right, look at the penalties. Radar trap, we've got none there, but a car accident penalty, that's the one where I booted that guy sky high. That was 1,000. No, we've only been fined 1,000. Personal accident penalty. Match, what does that say? Match lateness. Well, we haven't got there yet. Right, so that's a summary for that, but I can't see the option to take a rest. Again, I'm not sure whether that function works in this game. What does that say? Calendar. Was that one I've just opened here? What was that one? Oh no, that's the schedule. Right, we don't need to be bothering with that. And oh right, bus status. Right, that's what we need to see. Now remember, I've had an almighty crash twice into the back of a car and then onto that, what do you call it? That crash barrier, and I've got 95% of the grub intact. Well, I think that's all that I bought. We've got plenty of fuel. I don't know what that means. Is that the toilets or what? I haven't a clue what that means. But overall, there's 10% damage to the bus, which isn't bad considering that I thought it was going to be a write-off. Right, anyway, I don't think I can take a rest. I don't know whether I need a rest or not. So we'll get back in the bus and we'll go on our way. And I think you hit the C button to get in your seat. Right, that'll do us. Let's go. The other thing that I don't know about, again, not having read up on this DLC is that 7,750 grand's worth of money, is that to do you the whole season? Or is that to do you for one game? That's what I don't know. Do I get more money for the next trip? This is why I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I haven't a clue. How do I get more money? Do I get more money from the team, from the club? Or do I have to run on that? If I've got to run on that 7,750 budget, it ain't going to do me bloody 3 games, let alone a season. Because all I seem to be doing is shelling out money. If the 7,700 is for one match, then that's fine. I've not got a problem with that amount, but if it's for a whole season, I can forget it. What does that say? I reckon you'll be given more as you complete. Well, yeah, as I say, your guess is as good as mine unless you did a big study in this, because I have not got a Scooby, not a clue. Now I'm seeing a wee bit of drop in frame rate again with all these trees. It's getting a wee bit grindy, a wee bit choppy. Now we can't have that far to go now. 60 odd kilometres won't take long. Right, now what time of day is that? It's is that 12 minutes past 1, right? So again, into perspective, this is Friday afternoon game time, and we've to be at the hotel to pick up the players, so we'll have an overnight stay in a hotel, my assumption is, and then we have to pick the team up and take them to the stadium, which presumably won't be that far in Bremen, probably, you know, 10 kilometres maximum just to take them across the town. Alright, here we go. Get the anchors on a wee bit. What did that say there in that sign? I couldn't read it, the one above us. Anyway, I think this GPS is doing the same as it does in Eurotruck. It's taking us on a side road. Or, oh yeah, we are going off an exit. I was thinking it's maybe taking us just up a side road and then we end up back on the autobahn, but it's actually taking us off an exit, which is good. Right. So, we need to get in there. Just made it. I'm pretty certain that had I been driving the normal bus, I'd have been penalised a lot more. Maybe it's just because I'm a numpty, I'm a rookie, that it's not been quite as hard on me. Right, let it onto that side. Going back onto the autobahn. Far now, we must be coming into the edge of town surely. The dreaded entrance to the autobahn. Right, we're on it. Now there's another thing that appeared on the GPS. If you look at the GPS on the bottom left hand corner, there's a blue box with something in it. I have not got a clue what that is. That appeared in one of the last updates I had for the game, and I have not read anything about it. I have no clue about what that symbol's there for. What does that say? Autobahn number. Oh, is it just telling you the route that you're on? Ah, right. It'd be handy if I could read these things and then I'd know what's happening. Yeah, I think I would agree with you there, considering the symbol is blue, which is like the motorway symbol in the UK. So, folks, we are approaching Bremen, and presumably heading towards the hotel. Oh, look at that river. I think that's the first time I've seen a river in the game. Actual running water. Right. Yeah, it's now moved on to, right, I agree with you there. It's definitely telling you what route you're on, or what road that you're on. Right, so that truck's going up in the inside lane. Let's wait till he gets out of the way. Footballers, oh, these footballers better not be moaning buggers like the bloody passengers are in the normal game. Let's get back a wee bit. It's a bit too close. Right, let's go into the bus now. Ah, the camera's alright there. Tight squeeze, probably to get to the back door of this hotel. Right round here. Oh shit! Well, did that cause any damage? Because nothing popped up on the screen. I daren't look at the status now. I'm scared to look. How many collisions is that? 3 good ones. One smacked into a truck. First one smacking the car into oblivion. Yeah, I reckon we could be just working in a sort of reserve squad by the end of the first 2 or 3 trips that I do in this game. Wait a minute, wrong one, that's what I want to do. I could look left with that one, that's fine. Now, this is us trying to find a bloody hotel using this bloody GPS. I think this hotel's out in the country. Nothing coming that way. Let's go. Certainly looks like the other side of town. Right now, where the hell am I going? Left turn, Clyde. try looking right for a second or two, see if it flickers. I just want to keep jumping backward and forward, load of crap. Right. Yeah, we're out in the sort of backwoods here. I can't recall seeing a human being walking about yet. I think I've only seen AI traffic. Not even when I get out of the bus to go to the supermarket, I never saw another human. Well, that's another reason, yes, pedestrians are steering well clear. They know I'm in town today. Oh, they're a cobbled street now. Yeah, you can pop out the chat. You can do that on YouTube and Twitch. Christ, you've been able to do that for years. Right, let's go. Oh, the force feedback's working a bit better now, and that was one thing that was total crap in the game. But going over the cobbles, I'm getting good force feedback off the cobbles. Oh, that's much improved. You can see the wheel jumping about as well in the cab. Oh, that's much better. Well, I'll give them 10 out of 10 for that. They've improved the force feedback, because it was total garbage when it first came out. Big improvement there. What time is it now? Is that 2 o'clock in the day or what? So we're in the middle of Friday afternoon. And I think that these traffic lights will have a quick shifty at the map. And just see how far we've to go yet, because it seems like we've got hours to go yet. Where are we? Where the hell are we in this map? Where's the bus? Right, there's the bus there, and there we are, round the corner to the hotel. So we're only up and then up and second left, unless we're going over a bridge. Right, there's the camera, all skew whiff again. As soon as I keep driving, it will straighten itself up automatically. Right, so we don't go left there, we go straight on. Going left here either. I'm trying to see where the green triangle is on a GPS, and that's hard to see for me as well. Right, so this is it. Is this it here? This looks like it. Right. Oh, there's the cops. I better behave myself. The old fuzz. Right, so we're going left and then first left. This is going to be dead easy to find a parking space. I'd sooner get out of the bus and go with a quick shifty. Right, so where am I going? In here. Right, I'm going in here. Oh, there we are. What's that? Is that the supermarket, or is that where I should park the bus? Right, so there's two choices. That's the hotel. That looks like a bed symbol. That looks like Lenny Henry lying in a bed. Looks like a travel lodge. Right, so I'm here. Now what does it say in the bottom left? Enter the hotel. Right, this is good. Let's get out the seat. Let's get out the bus. And let's go and see this gorgeous German Fraulein that's working at the desk. Right. Oh, wait a minute. Right, here we go. This is us at the hotel. Now I'm going to move my steering wheel out the way while I read all of this crap that's on the screen, because I can't see anything. Just 2 seconds, I'll have it moved out the way. Right. So we've arrived at the hotel, and it says here, in the hotel you can access to your emails, calendar and vehicle status. Set the clock for the desired wake-up call. Right, well that's fine, but when does the bloody game kick off? Is that 3 o'clock normal German time on a Saturday? Then click on continue to skip the wake up call. Right. First time you've ever seen what? Because I missed what you typed earlier on. Anyway, right. Now, do you think I could look at a calendar and that schedule? Someone scrounging. Where? Someone scrounging subs. Where? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I'm off tangent here. Check your emails. Maybe they will give you the times. Well, I would hope they would, but there's nothing flashing in the emails. We hereby confirm your reservation. They're all old emails. Oh, wait a minute. We'll take the train. Please pick us up from the train station on time. And I've done all of that bit. But when the hell have I to be picked up? Are they to be picked up? Wake up time. I mean, I don't know. We'll go with 7 o'clock then. We'll go with the default time. Right, that's showing us. Alright, we've got tyres. This is the actual component parts of the bus. Well, they're all in pretty good nick. But what does that 58% mean? That 58% damage in the red bits. Aye, the front of it's caved in, and that side of it's caved in where I hit the crash barrier. Right, I've got it now. That's showing the condition of the bus. Green at the back end, and all of the front ends all stoved in with about, well, I should have been dead, but I'm still here. Right, so out of that, we know with the budget, we've set presumably the wake up times defaulted to 7 o'clock. Now why am I standing outside here then? Why am I not in bed? Let's go back in and see where the hell we're going. Right, what we need to do is press continue. That's what we need to do. Right, now what did that say there? Drive to the railway station in Bremen. Right, so I'm picking them up from the railway station, right, at 7 o'clock in the morning. Right, I'm just a total noob, and now I've not got any way out up here. I've got to do a 3-point turn to get out of this place. In fact, I've not even got room for a 3-point turn. I'm going to have to reverse straight into the road. Right, and I better get into the bus. Right, so we're going to the railway station. Let's have a look at the map. If I can remember how to get to the map. Right, no, that's not it. Aye, wait a minute. Ranking. That's not what we want. Where's the bloody map thing? Navigation, that's what we want. So we are there, and the station is over there, so we're going over there to pick them up. Now the question is, do we pick them up there and then we have to take them back to the hotel and then take them from the hotel to the stadium? Now where the hell's the stadium? I can't... Oh, wait a minute. Right, hang on a minute. Next task, match day, Saturday the 1st of the 9th. Right. But no time given to be there for the start of the game, so we're going to probably take them back to the hotel. Right, let's cut that out, and then we'll get the wheel back. A quick lift of the wheel back into place, and then we'll need to go to third person to find our way out of this place. Right. Get round a bit. And I can't remember whether we're going left or right, but I'm going to reverse round to the left. I'm going to go there, and then we'll worry about that once we've ran up and down the curb and crashed into that truck. See if we can let him past if he wants to go past. Right. No, he's deciding he doesn't want to go past. He's not taking a risk. Right, so the GPS, I'm going to just double check on that. Presumably we're going the right way. Why is it showing... Right, I'll look at the map again to be sure. Hang on. Aye, we're going the right way. Right, we're going to the choo-choo station. When was the last time you heard anybody call it a choo-choo station? Right. Well, their lights are red there. I'm not caring whether they were or no. You don't get penalised for driving through red lights in this game. Right, here we are in this sort of twilight setting. It's neither night nor day, even though it's 7 o'clock in the morning. I wonder if we'll actually get to see this football team, or whether they'll just be invisible AI that get on the bus and you're driving a constant empty bus. Right, we're getting back onto the cobbles. My God, it's some bloody palaver to get to just get the first job done. Yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait. Well, I know one thing, right? If this was me going to pick up the Liverpool team from a hotel in Liverpool, I know for a fact that I couldn't leave the bus unattended, because some robbing scouse bastards would be away with the wheels and the bus would be left in a pile of bricks by the time we get back, don't you? Is that no true? That is true. Imagine they brought out an English Premiership version. Right, what's all of this? Is this all shops and stuff that's around here, all these symbols? What does that say up there? Game over? What sort of prediction is that up on the wall? What's that trying to tell me? That's a signal. Oh, that's very nice. Very nice. Right, are we going to hit another truck going round this bend? No, we're not. Right, so what's all of this over here? Supermarkets and stuff. Fuel station. I think basically, I just have to do two or three trips to get into the swing of things with this. Of course, the other thing I need to remember is to get the bus into somewhere to get the repairs and maintenance done, and also to get the bus washed, because I don't want a dirty bus. And I suppose you'll have to then hose out all the sickness and shit and everything that's lying in the floor of the bus once the team's been in it. And then of course the answer to our budget thing has got to come at some point, where if this 7,000's to do as a season, I've got no chance of doing any more than 4 games. Right, what's happening up here? Can I look to the right? I can barely look to the right. Am I going to get out here in one piece? This... Right, we just have to risk it. We're just having to risk it. Oh, this is definitely one of these posh hotels. It's out in a secluded suburb of the town where they don't want any riff-raff. Why has it decided it wants to go in reverse? It seems as if we've been at this first job for about 3 hours. I can't remember when I started. It must have been about 2:30. And it's almost 10 to 5. It's like a bloody real trip. Just taking it nice and easy. Now that's the autobahn that's up there. That isn't the choo-choo line, is it? Right, so we're not turning right here. Getting a bit choppy, a wee bit choppy again. Getting by these vehicles and trees and stuff. Right. Right turn, Clyde. Now, this GPS just seems to die up here. We must be turning into the right then. I can't see the place where we park the bus. It will probably become clear to me any second now. Not exactly. What the hell is this I'm driving over? Right, well, all of a sudden the GPS has decided to be non-existent. There must be somewhere up here to park the bus to pick up these players. We will just drive on up here. Right. You need to go further then into the station. So I'm not... Well, why the hell's the GPS not telling me to go further? The force feedback's definitely working. When you go over these speed humps, these red things, the bloody wheel jumping all over the shop. Right, is that a road there? No, is it? Do you think I can drive up there? I think I can go up there. I'm going up there anyway for a laugh. Oh no, wait a minute. It's telling me to go right again. Hang on a second. Is it telling me to go back round where I was in the first place? Now, how come that road's over on the left-hand side now? Right, wait a minute. This is bloody confusing. Right, so the road's now the main road above us is now on the right, on the left, sorry, where it was on our right when we come up the road. Now we're on the inside. We're going back round to where we were, and you're saying we should drive further up the road. But why is it showing you turning into the right? Right, I'm gonna ignore the right turn. I'm gonna do what you said and go further up. Right, I'm not turning right there. I'm keeping going. But I'm looking for somewhere to park the bus. There should be a flashing symbol. Now that there, on the right, that's blocked off. We can't get in there. Oh no, wait a minute, it's got barriers. I should be able to go in there. Right, sod it. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Right, I'm going in here to find some... There it is there. Is that it there? That's it there. So I'm going in there, driving up there and then coming round to park there. Oh, there they are there. Hello guys, I've forgot the bus, but I've just come up here to see that you've arrived, right. Now you're all a bunch of ugly bastards, right, let's go. Bang goes my tips at the end of the trip, eh? Right. That's the best thing to do. Get out the bloody bus and go and find the thing. Right, I think we should go into third person. A wee bit of reversing. And we'll probably take the barrier out when we try and turn this corner. I think we'll go through the exit one. That might give us enough room. And then we'll go through that one. And we'll go up here and hopefully, presumably we can turn round at the top end. This road feels funny. Oh Jesus, it's bouncing all over the place. This definitely needs resurfaced. Right, so round we go. We're going to pick up the lads. Down here. It's funny how this railway station only caters for football teams. There's not another human being in sight. No, I think they're okay standing on the pavement. I think I can get into the blue box here. Right, I don't have to sign them in like I do in the normal game, I presume. Right, what does that say there in the bottom left? It says, let the players get in. Right, now, I'm getting out my seat. I'm having a look round. Ah, there they are. They've miraculously appeared in the bus. That guy texting his girlfriend. That guy there's got a funny look in his eyes. Oh, alright. That guy there's a bit weird looking. Oh, these two guys are playing whatever that bloody Angry Birds thing is. Right, so they're all texting. These two guys aren't. And all that grub and bottles of juice that I bought, there's no bugger drinking them. Right, everybody's texting. Right. Now, where's the manager, by the way, the coach? Where's the coach? I don't see the coach in the coach. What one's the coach? Anyway, sod that. What's it saying now? Drive to the... what? Drive to the stadium in Bremen. Well, if we're driving at 7 o'clock in the morning, they're going to be there for about 7 hours before the game kicks off. Right, anyway, I'm just doing as I'm told. No, that's no sex before a game, surely. That's why they're all texting. They're all sexting, not texting. They're sexting their girlfriends. Or their wags, whatever the hell you want to call them. Right, let's go to this joint. And are we going to go out here in one piece? Let's have a look. Let's come through that way. And back into the driver's seat. Can't turn to the right to have a look, can't see anything. Just hoping there's nothing coming I'm going to crash into. Right. What's that, 12 kilometres or something? What's it saying? Or is that just metres to get to the stadium? I can't read that. I can't read it again. Give up. 19 kilometres. And I think we've turned up the wrong street again. I've turned up that side street again. I have. I've turned up the wrong street. Hopefully this GPS will recover. Oh no, it's telling us to go straight on now. We'll keep going. It's caught up. Now I'm hearing the constant prattling of these guys in the back of the bus coming through my headphones. I'm going to have a word with the coach and see if I can have a go with the magic sponge. If I can find a coach and a coach, that is. Right, so what have we done? We've went to a supermarket, couldn't find where to park the bus, walked to the supermarket, did our shopping, don't know whether we've got enough grub and drink for the guys on the bus. We refueled the bus when we didn't think we would need fuel, but it's ate up quite a bit of fuel. We've crashed into a car, knocked it sky high and it disappeared. We've flown off the autobahn onto a crash barrier at the side of the road. We've turned a corner and went head first into a truck. We've had to get out of the bus to find out where to park the bus in the railway station. We found our team and we've got them on the bus. So can we get to the stadium in one piece? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to last long in this job. I don't think I'm cut out for it. I mean, they're talking far too much for a start. Right, we're going right turn. I think these are, I'm assuming that all of these areas here are all new parts that they've built for this game, because I don't recall seeing any of them in a normal game. It's effectively a new game. It's not actually, they call it downloadable content, but it's a standalone game on its own, because when you start the game up you've got the choice of starting one or the other. And it really is, it's like a predecessor to this coach bus, whatever it's called, simulator that's coming up next month. Is it Fuerteventura or something the island's called? Something like that. I can't remember right, but you're organising day trips for people from hotels. It's actually probably very similar to this, where you're having to maintain the bus and get fuel and things for the passengers when you're taking them on these day trips. It's pretty much the same idea, and they've just constituted it into this game by making it a football team thing. Right, you're going to stop, right? What does that say there? Nearly crashed here trying to read that. You're end up in, oh well. Aye, there's coastal roads and everything on it. It looks quite nice. The question is what sort of depth has it got to keep you interested? Back over the cobbles. Oh, and now here's the stadium. How impressive is this stadium going to be, and how realistic it is, I don't know, because I don't know what Werder Bremen Stadium looks like. Now, why is that telling us to turn? It's alright, so we need to go up here. I thought we were past the turn. What's it showing us? Right, so there's a right turn up here. Right, so I have went past. I mean, this GPS is a piece of shit. It is so confusing. Right, now I'm doing a complete lap here. Well, I never saw a turn to the right. Where the hell was the turn to the right? I was looking for it. Oh, sod this, I'll just go up here and there's bound to be somewhere I can turn this thing. Between the hedges, there was a turning in between hedges. I never even noticed hedges, let alone a turning. Right, anyway. That them just finishing off the stadium, there's a big crane there. Well, anyway, the guys in the bus don't seem too bothered. They're no complaining. Right, I think we're back on track again with the GPS. So let's see if we can get it right this time. We're just giving the guys a complete view around the stadium. It's like a wee added extra that they're getting. All part of the service. Right. Cobbles. Again. Lorry. Avoid the lorry. Came this way the first time we come in here because we know all these cobbles now. Right, you're going to have to keep me right when we come up to this thing. Right, stay at green, stay at green, stay at green. Round we go, and right, I'm looking for hedges. I'm up in the curb. Right, now what's the red sign saying there? Hold on a minute. I'm getting out to read them, I'm too curious. Get out the bus. What does that say there? Oh, that's just like no waiting in it. That's a no wait. Is that where I'm going up here? Is this where I should be going? This is like Wembley Way. Past the bus stop then, right, so I shouldn't be going up here, you're saying? Right, wait a minute. Right. Right, well... There's a bug there, look at that, look at that. That texture is floating in the air. I wouldn't have saw that if I'd stayed in the bus. Listen to the crowd. Yeah, that's a dodgy texture floating in the sky there, look. See, would never have saw that if I hadn't got out of the bus. That's another bug found straight away. What's that over there? Is that a shop? That symbol thing. Right, anyway. So we've decided that we're not turning in here. We're going further up the road. Let's have a jump. I wonder if we can jump over the bollards. No, you can't. So, dodgy texture up at the stadium needs fixing. He's running like a Nancy boy. Right, anyway, so up past the bus stop, he said, and then turn left, right, wrong side. I'm thinking it's a British bus. I'm needing food now. All of this driving and messing about's doing my head in. Right, let's go. Right, so you're saying, and to quote your words, go up past, right, gap in the hedge, right, past the bus stop, right. Now, there's a gap in the hedge. Now, am I driving over the grass? Oh no, there it is, right, I've got you now, I see it now, I see it, I've spotted it. I have spotted it. Right, we need to get out and get a bit of room to turn. Right, I think we've got it cracked now, boys. Oh shit, look at the width of this thing. I'm going to take half the hedge with me right now. Where they apart, so I'm following the arrow in the road. I can either go left or right. Now that looks like a place to park a bus up there. Right, I'm going to go that way. I'm going to take the shortcut. Oh no, we're going the other way. It wants us to park that way. Right, I'm going to do that then. I'm going to park next to that other bus. So I'm going to have to go up here and turn. Now what did that say there? Bottom left, let the players off. Aye, well, I'll do that once I get the bloody thing parked, won't I? just turn the thing here somewhere. We'll run into the hedge while we're at it. It'd be nice to get a bit of peace once we get them off this bus. They haven't shut their bloody mouth since I picked them up at the station. So now it's showing us going the wrong way with the arrows in the road, you know. I don't even think the road's laid out very good. That's even more confusing. Right. So we're here. Right, well, good luck, lads. Have a good game. And, right, so what does that say? Right, get rid of the wheel again to be able to read at the screen and see how, what we're supposed to do now, because I'm damned if I've got a clue. Right, so they're at the stadium. It's going to tell me they're far too early for the game. What's it say? Close all doors before entering the host stadium. Also, lock left and right luggage. Attention, if you forget this, it can lead to, what does that say? Theft. Well, the thing is, I'm playing it in arcade mode, so it should do that automatically. Oh, hang on a minute. It's in, what do you call it? It's in reverse mode. I've sorted that. Now, what's that saying? Enter the guest stadium. Right, so I'm getting out the bus. Now I should have probably got off the bus the same time as the players, because I could maybe have followed them to the ground. Right. Right, I'm out the bus. Now the thing is, in arcade mode, they should be shut automatically, but now it's telling me I should shut them. Right, where the hell's the controls for shutting these bloody doors? Because I've never ever configured them or anything. Reset vehicle, open, close front door, F9, F10 for the rear door. The luggage ones aren't even configured. Look. So how are you meant to do that? If you're in arcade mode, that's another glitch in the way they've got it set up. Right, hang on, come out of that. F9. Right, F9 and F10 aren't doing anything. Have I got to be the bus to do that first? Let's get into the bus and try it. But then again, how do you get out of the bus? That's bloody stupid. Right, you can enter or leave the driver's seat pressing C, right? Well, we've got that. But it's telling me I need to shut the doors. And it's telling me F9 for the front and the rear doors. And nothing's happening. F9 and F10. Now, does the game just overlook the fact that these things are left open because I'm in arcade mode? I have not got a clue again. Oh, I sod it. I'm just going to leave it as it is. If we get something nicked, we get something nicked. I just need to find my way into the stadium. Oh, there they are there. Now, why are they hanging about there? Enter the guest stadium. Are they supposed to follow me? F9, F10, nothing happening. Now, oh, there's somebody sitting there. How do we get into the stadium, doll? And I don't hear the crowd anymore. Now, I defy anybody to play this DLC for the first time and cotton on to exactly what they should be doing, because I am now as confused as I was 10 minutes ago. Now my players are all stuck next to the bus. Go to the stadium, it's showing green. No, that green bit is me. Right, let's use the map, hang on. No, we're at the stadium. That's me, I'm the marker. I'm the green arrow. That white thing's the stadium, so maybe I'm going the wrong way. We'll go this way and see what happens. What the hell's... Ah, there it is. There's the marker. There it is. I spotted it now. Spotted it now. But why are those guys all hanging about at the bus? Right, I suppose they'll automatically AI follow me when I've got to the stadium. So that's one human AI person that we've seen in the game. That one sitting in the what do you call it, the bench. Right, where are we? So we were up at the right bit earlier on. Dodgy texture still there. Look at that, 3 foot off the ground. Right, now, what does that say? Enter the guest stadium. So what's that symbol there for? Alright, I've got to hit enter. That's what it is there, the turnstiles. Right, got it. Oh, don't tell me we've got half time. It's still showing 7 o'clock on the top left hand of the screen. Oh, we're getting a simulated game. I hope to Christ we win. I don't think I could stand driving these bastards home. Shit. We're 1-0 down, boys. We're 1-0 down. This could be disaster for Scotland. Disaster for Frankfurt. Come on. It would help if I would have to actually sort out the formation and the team setup and the tactics as well, wouldn't it? I've got absolutely nothing to do here. I'm just watching them getting gubbed. Oh, we're one each. We've got a goal. I'm getting excited now. Well, don't forget, I locked all the alcohol away so they'd no drink before the game. Come on, I'll be happy with a draw. In fact, I'll be happy with a job at the end of this first trip. Right, half time. Oh no, that was 7 minutes gone. That was a clock. That was a clock counting down in the first half. I was thinking it was the time of day. Right, 45 minutes, 51 minutes, right. In possession, I love the text. In possession, on the right side. Still in possession, continue on the right. Still in possession. I don't sound like a Jonathan, whatever his name is, that commentator. Come on, Frankfurt. Oh shit, 2-1 to Bremen. Nice goal, but not what does that say? Uncatchable. Would that not be unstoppable? What a feeling for the ball. Strong dribbling. That sounds like somebody sitting pissed in a bench. Feeling a ball and dribbling. What's that? 2 each, good. Just give us a draw. We'll settle for a point, boys. How long's left? 10 minutes left. Let's try and snatch a winner. Offensive play. Here we go. We're up the park. We've got 2 minutes left for a last minute winner. Come on. Get it in there. Oh, well, we've got a draw. Aye, the translation's hilarious. That's even funnier than the game. Right, anyway, we've got a draw, so the boys will be reasonably happy. Right, now, how does this pay money? Now, what's that saying? Right, two each. And there's the results for the first game of the season. Bayern Munich, oh, they get beat 2-0 by Leverkusen. There's a shock. And we've got a draw. Hanover won 2-0 away from home. Wolfsburg won 1-0 away from home. Mönchengladbach, 3-3 draw. I think we're done not too bad. Let's see what happens now. Right, so what's that showing? Ranking in the league then. Played 1, drawn 1 and 1 point. Right, and that'll be the goals, right, and the goal difference and stuff, right. We've gathered that, we understand all of that stuff. How do you get more money is what I want to know. Right, what's it saying? Get into my bus, right? So I've got to take these buggers back to the railway station then, is that what you're saying? Oh, Jesus. Right. You must admit, when you start off with €7,750 and you've spent 1,500 before you get anywhere near a stadium, you wonder how you're going to get any more money to last you the rest of the season. I've got no income. How do I get income? Surely the club just give me a budget each time for a game. And you must admit, if they're giving you 7,700 quid for a game, that's a pretty decent budget, but somehow I don't think it's as simple as that. Right, now the bus is lying wide open. Is there players in it? Oh, the players are all in it. Now they must be twin brothers, and why have they got shiny heads? That's what I want to know. Right, so what I also want to know is his trousers torn at the front there. Look at that, I can see a little gap downstairs. It looks like he's got a tear in them. Anyway, yeah, there's too many shiny heads in this bus. And again, there's no evidence of anything being consumed. Yeah, there is a lot of twins. I'm just curious to find out what's happening on the bus. And another thing I've got to ask is, why aren't there any Aryan blondes on this bus, if you know my drift? I mean, quite a lot of Germans are blonde, aren't they? Right, let's not get political, but I'm just saying there's not much diversity on here, by the way. Anyway, right, we're in the bus. Get into your bus. So if I hit C, we're in the seat. And, right, drive back to the home stadium. Well, surely to Christ, that's about 500 kilometres away again. Right, I'm going to... Now, you'll notice that the headlights have come on. Now, I'm going to mention this, guys. If it happens to be that we still have 500 kilometres back to this bloody stadium, then I hasten to add that we ain't going to be doing that. I'm just trying to untangle my cables here. Hold on a sec. We ain't going to be doing that because it is seriously getting to my dinner time and my stomach's rumbling, and I never ever thought that this would take so bloody long to do one bloody game. Oh dear. Right, anyway, so we're in the bus now. What does that say? Is that GPS updated? Let's have a look at the map. Oh no, you're joking. There's no way I'm driving 500 kilometres back to bloody Frankfurt. Sod that. Sod that, boys. Right, I'll tell you where we're driving the bus to. This is how far we're going. We're going here. We're going to try and find ourselves back out into the street through this tiny bloody gap that they're saying is a road. Right, so we'll follow the arrows like it's telling us to do. Right, here we go. Through this, what looks like Beecher's Brook in the chair. Right. Now, at this point, guys, I am going to thank you for your company, and I'm sure you'll appreciate that I've probably got a lot more work to do before I become an expert at this damn game. So we've managed to not quite complete our first job because listen, be honest, right? If you've stuck with me this far, there is no way in this earth that anybody who's watching this is going to stick with me for a 3-hour drive back bloody to wherever the hell we came from. There is no way you're going to stand that. So I think now is the right time to do this, and I will complete this journey some other time. Probably, to be honest with you, next week when I get my next day off, because I don't think I could stand another 3 hours of this. And we will see how, you know, how it comes out, whether we get more money, whether we get some sort of payment or remuneration for getting the players back in one piece. Who's to say? I don't know, and I'm not going to find out between now and then. I'm not going to look at anybody's videos. I'm just going to do it and do it my way and find out whether I live or die before the next match. So until then, chaps, thanks for your company, thanks for watching. I'm away to get fed, and we will see you again soon, no doubt. See you later, boys.